guys, welcome back to our channel. We're George and Martha.
Hello.
Today we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of New York City, episode 7. It's kind of a phony story.
Clever.
Okay, so we return to the Berkshires and we're back to the Sonia Morgan, you don't touch the letters meltdown. So Bethenny intervenes, as Bethenny does, and she seems to know how to handle Sonia and diffuse the situation.
And a muzzle on her.
Right, she goes, you just need to snap out of it. And Barbara, I mean, I kind of feel bad for her in the sense that the other ladies really aren't giving her any room to break in. I think they were a little bit nicer to Tinsley, but maybe it's because they feel like Barbara should know better.
And they know, well, I think they can sense that she's a shit stirrer.
She
if
is.
they give her an inch, she's going to take a
right
mile.
away. She doesn't say like, oh, I hope Sonia's okay. She just goes, that was a lot, am I right? And Ramona's like, you could just listen. You
Ramona
could
was
just,
good.
yeah, she's like, we're talking about something, you could just listen.
I love Ramona's reaction to Sonia when it was happening.
I know. And then Barbara's like, I'm just saying, wasn't that scary? She's like, no, it was not scary, it was emotional.
She's right. It's not scary, you fucking bitch.
I think she's just always looking to stir the pot, like any opportunity. She's like,
I went to bed early. I was scared.
Oh yeah,
what the fuck was that?
We get this like found footage from Bethenny's phone. I guess she was Instagramming during the Berkshires overnight when the camera crew went home. What were they thinking? Why would they leave when the party started?
Yeah.
But we get this footage of them having a great time, and Barbara's like, I'm going to bed, and I was scared. This is why you're not liked.
Why
you don't
was
have
she
fun.
going to bed? There's another reason. Maybe because she realized she wasn't.
Because she's not part of their group. She's not gelling with them. And Bethenny points out that this group of women, it's like 1 minute you could be telling them to go fuck themselves, and the next minute you're all having fun because they're thick-skinned bitches. It is so refreshing because in Beverly Hills, one comment. Imagine the Morgan letters. Imagine
That
if
would
like
be an entire season.
oh my God, if like Lisa cried over a dog or something, the whole season. I'm thinking Lisa's not well, and we'd be hearing about it at the fucking reunion. I know, these women just roll with the punches.
They're good.
Oh, and Ramona shows up to dinner. I don't know what possessed her to just get up from the table and come back in a negligee and show her ass.
Naked cook.
Yeah, I think she got turned on by the bare naked, hairy, gay chef.
And he's gay.
Yeah. But I have to hand it to Ramona. I think she looks good. I really do. I think that considering she's in her 60s,
It really
she's still
depends
hot.
on the day, I find. Sometimes it looks like she's, I don't know if it's the lighting, but sometimes it looks like she's had like wonky work done.
That's true, but overall, I think she's very attractive. I think they're all attractive compared to the Beverly Hills women. It's like the Beverly Hills women. It's like when you go to
they all look the same.
It's like when you go to someone's house and it's really, really nice, but it's not lived in, and you're just like afraid to touch anything.
That's what it is. That's Beverly.
And these women, it's like they have nice things, but you know, lie down, put your feet up, watch TV. You could have fun with them. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So Bethenny and Dorinda the next morning are on a little walk, and Bethenny has to tell Dorinda that she got a sign from her departed fiance. And she says that she was in a hotel and that on the little pad of paper with the pen next to the elevator, someone had written a note that said, you look spectacular, you're amazing as always, D. And Dorinda looks confused at first. I don't get it. But Bethenny starts saying that she thinks it's a sign from her beloved from the other side. She's like, I don't even know if I believe in this stuff. Now, I have mixed feelings on it because I feel like intellectually it's ridiculous and absurd, and you know, maybe we just like see what we want to see.
Yeah.
But I've had really eerie experiences that I can't explain. I've had mediums tell me really specific things about people that passed on that they could not have possibly known, like really, really weird stuff. And I don't know if
like the night my mother died, I wasn't there, but a lot of people went back to my grandmother's house. And they're talking about my mom, and the lights started flickering.
They say that. That's a common thing. Like they say that we become energy, and that when spirits try to communicate, they use electronics a lot and mess with lights and TVs.
But also, if you're in mourning and you're grieving, you're gonna look for anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the day my grandfather died, it was at night, and I went with my grandmother back to their apartment. She didn't want to stay there, so I just went to get her some things. And she had been crying. Their song was Soldier Boy. It was this old song. And when I went inside and I went in their bedroom, my grandfather's picture from the army was on her pillow. And I freaked out and I went and got her. I didn't know what to make of that. And I had been there in the morning and it wasn't there. And nobody was in the apartment that day. It was just so crazy, like that she was crying. It was the Soldier Boy, and then his picture from the army. Crazy things like that. But then what about the ponies?
And then yesterday, so my mother would send me My Little Ponies. She insisted that I loved playing with My Little Ponies. I mean, I was more into Barbies. Maybe I had some ponies at one point, but anyhow, she would send me My Little Ponies. My mother died like a little over a month ago. And yesterday, she texts me.
Yeah, I was looking for something in my car and I found one of the My Little Ponies that his mom had given to him. And it was at a time when we meant to send it as like a joke gift to someone and I didn't get around to sending, and I guess I just left it in my car and I haven't seen that thing. I mean, this is like at least a year now that it must have been floating around my car. And I just opened the glove box and there it was. So I sent him a picture of it and then he sends back.
This little My Little Pony, can I see it, that I found on the street.
Now that's weird, like they call that synchronicity. I don't know. I'd like to believe it's his mom, because I mean, that's pretty cool. You hear people say, I think those things are kind of BS, like, oh, a butterfly, a cardinal.
My Little Pony.
I like it.
I like it too. It doesn't, people can disagree or whatever, who fucking cares?
Yeah, it's okay. But you know what? I want to hear, what have your experiences been? Have you ever had like weird signs sent to you from the other side? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
So the ladies are meeting up at the salon to get blowouts, and Ramona's bringing her dog Coco.
Who has a year to live.
Yeah, she walks in. She's like, I brought Coco. Coco only has a year to live.
That was good.
That was funny. Not much happens here except that they bring up that Sonia was very belligerent towards Barbara about Barbara flirting with Bethenny. She's like, you got here because you're gonna punch your face in. And then in her talking head, Sonia's like, I think Bethenny's very naive about these women and their wandering eyes and hands. And I've heard rumors. And the producer goes, but you hit on Bethenny. And Sonia says she does it out of love, but she feels like Barbara's a predator. I don't like this because, first of all, Sonia was flirting so much with Barbara in the last episode. And I think it's homophobic. I really do. I don't like Barbara. I really don't care for her. But I don't think all these over-the-top comments about making her, like, it just reminds me of high school, like when you'd have like one gay friend who was out at the time who like has the balls to come out that young and everybody's making them feel weird, like, oh, are we gonna have a sleepover in the same bed now because you're gross? Like, it was just not nice. Like, just because someone's gay doesn't mean that they're a fucking predator. Yeah.
They have a crush on you.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can't have a gay friend. They're automatically in love with you. I don't like that.
You're ugly. Sorry.
Well, then Sonia's like, I'm not the only one who offended someone, Luann. And she brings up that Bethenny wasn't happy that Luann was talking shit about her after everything Bethenny did. And she's like, oh, Bethenny. After all I've been through, the least she could do is give me the room I want. And
Bethenny got her a lawyer.
Yeah, Sonia's reminding her, she's like, she got you the rehab, she got you a lawyer. What lawyer? Oh, you're right, she did get me a lawyer. Well, still, shouldn't I get the room? She's like, she doesn't care. And this is when you know you've gone too far. Ramona defends Bethenny in her talking head. Remember, wow, Bethenny, wow, you don't support other women, Bethenny. This time it's, Luann, after everything Bethenny did, I can't believe Luann's acting like this. Wow, Luann. If you're getting the wow treatment from Ramona and it's in defense of Bethenny, you've overstepped. But Luann ends the scene with,
yeah,
I don't care. Bethenny. So what?
Is it jealousy?
Then she said she thinks it has more to do with Dorinda than Bethenny. She's like, oh no, I thought I couldn't believe Dorinda would stick me in the fish room. But then why did you attack Bethenny and act like Bethenny was a queen? And then Bethenny comes, she's like, I'll sleep in the fish room.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Poor Tinsley. I love Tinsley now.
That
Tinsley,
was very nice.
I really hear where Tinsley's coming from. So Tinsley meets with Luann to explain to her that she feels really triggered by Luann's drinking problem and her sobriety and her ensuing horrible behavior because Tinsley's father was an alcoholic who died from drinking. He got really drunk and he fell downstairs and had brain damage and died in hospice, and she doesn't understand this idea, which actually, as someone in recovery personally, even I find it aggravating when people are a little quick to say it's a disease, you have to let everyone off the hook. There is 100% an element of choice in it. Yes, it's a disease of the mind. I think it's poorly understood, but I don't think it's quite the same as someone who gets cancer and they did nothing to deserve that. They just get it, and they get sick and die. Someone like Tinsley says she doesn't understand. If you're allergic to a peanut, you don't keep eating peanuts. There is part of it that comes down to the person and their decision making. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, exactly.
Part of it is willpower. Yes, it's a disease.
It's hard to get sober, but if you get sober, if you're given the gift of sobriety, you are then able to make a choice. If you start drinking again, it's a choice. Don't blame it on the disease. Oh, my disease was doing push-ups. Fuck you.
I think if you really put the work in, like I've never seen someone who really tried their best not be able to get sober. Like people who go to the meetings and they do what they're supposed to do. They go to therapy.
If you want to be sober, you stay sober.
Right. If you want it, the resources are available to you. You know, I get it, and I get that Tinsley feels triggered because Luann is behaving like everything you do. I should get the nice room. How dare you put me in the fish room? Didn't you remember
I have
that
a disease.
Last year I was drunk in the fish room. I don't want to walk down that street. How dare you not be thoughtful? And Tinsley's like, why do we all have to be on eggshells because you're the one with the problem? It's not the same as someone who just has a random allergy and it's like, oh, we have to go to a different restaurant because you have an allergy. That's not something somebody chooses. But somebody who is like getting sober and then making everybody cater to them is not really sober. Because if you still have that mentality that it's all about you, that's the reason you were drinking in the first place. That kind of attitude. If you don't go through whatever program you go through, it's not all AA, people get sober in different ways, but in the end, the work is the same. You learn that you had a part in your behavior and you need to rectify it and grow going forward. If you're not going to do that, you're just going to relapse. And I think that's why Luann hasn't really been successful. You're not really supposed to judge other people's sobriety, but she's putting it out there on a reality show, and I'm a cabaret star.
I'm taking it one day at a time.
She's
day
making a song.
by day.
Yeah, she's coming out with a song.
She's one of those people that go into meetings probably and talk about how great their lives are.
And then walk out early.
Walk out early and are crying on the inside. Don't listen to anybody around them. It's not about them. It's their show.
Yeah, and then Luann is telling her, Luann's just so insincere. Do you get that vibe? I don't feel like Luann really cares about what Tinsley's saying. She's like, oh, well, you should go to Al-Anon. That's what Al-Anon's for, Tinsley.
No.
Yes, like, okay, maybe Al-Anon would be helpful to Tinsley. But Luann, she's like, I'll go with you. I don't know.
Maybe that's all she's capable of, though, Luann.
I think she's capable of better, and she doesn't want to put in the work. She enjoys being a star. It's all about her.
Well, then how does she feel about Tinsley hosting the Big Apple Circus?
Yeah, what a transition. It goes from, I don't see him.
I'm hosting the Big Apple Circus.
I'm hosting it. Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to have phone sex with John.
No.
Come on, just do it.
All right.
Phone sex.
I don't know what that is, though.
Come on, just do it. Just do it.
Hold on. All right. Hi. So I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. No, I'm just hanging out. No, I just thought I would call and say I'm looking forward to touching you tonight. Well, I'll touch you wherever you want to be touched, but no, this isn't phone sex. This is just like I'm calling to. I want to touch your penis. Oh. No, but I get for like. Okay, I'll give you a blowjob. Okay, well, I'll see you tonight. Okay, bye.
Well, you're as good at phone sex as Dorinda. That was so funny. I love these women. I love Bethany's birthday party. Although I think, first of all, I love Ramona, right? Truth or dare? Dare. Okay, Bethenny, do you think you'll ever fall in love again? Ramona's so funny. And then they dare Dorinda to have phone sex with John. And she's like, okay, everybody be quiet. Okay. Hey, baby, it's been long.
Sexy time.
Yeah, I want to have some sexy time. Just want to say I love you so much. Can't wait to cuddle. Watch some Netflix. Yeah? Yeah, I really love you. Yeah, baby. We could, get under the covers and snuggle. Okay? Shh. And the women are like, Bethany's like touching herself. And that was so priceless. But I did notice that Tinsley looks mortified.
I like
Mortimer looks mortified, and I don't think this is going to go well for Tinsley. These games, they get out of control. Like she said, last time it was Carol, when did you have anal sex? What kind of question is that?
Carol's.
Bye, Carol.
I don't miss you.
No, not for a second.
Oh, but the kiss, the Bethenny kiss.
Oh, yeah, so then Luann, troublemaker that she is like, Bethenny, I dare you to kiss Barbara with tongue. And Bethenny does it. You know what? Good for Bethenny. I don't really care. I'm not bothered by this, but Sonia, again, is like, the last thing I wanted to see is Bethenny making out with Barbara. On the one hand, I'm jealous. On the other hand, I just want to puke. And by the way, from now on, I'm going to pronounce Barbara the way Bethenny pronounced it in her talking head. Come on, Barbara.
Barbara.
So Barbara is really happy with that kiss.
And Sonia. How do we pronounce Sonia's name?
Sonia.
Barbara and Sonia.
Barbara.
And Sonia.
And wow, Bethenny, wow.
Wow, Bethenny, wow.
Wow, Bethenny, wow.
Barbara enjoyed that kiss. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, she's definitely...
Barbara's already thinking like...
The basement is flooded.
She's like, it's like Fatal Attraction going down.
Well, Bethenny's very cute. By the way, Bethenny, when she's getting glammed up for her birthday, her ex-boyfriend just happens to be there. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Bethany gets the guys.
She's a cougar.
She gets the guys. Every man she's with is very attractive.
Really?
I think for
what
the most part.
What about the one who died?
It's weird. She doesn't have a type because they all look really different. But that guy, the one that was her ex, even the girl doing hair was like, I did not expect him to be that fine. I mean,
her ex-husband was very preppy, if I remember, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Very Abercrombie type. Poor Tinsley. So Bethenny dares Tinsley to have phone sex with her boyfriend, Scott the asshole. And Tinsley's like, I'm not doing that. She says, okay, just call your boyfriend and tell him. No, it wasn't. It was not phone sex. I stand corrected. It was, I dare you to call your boyfriend and tell him if you don't have a ring on your finger by the end of this year, you're dating other people. And I think Bethenny knew she was going to get to the insecurity. And I don't think, at first I kind of felt like it was hazing, like they were all being mean to Tinsley. But I think they really all feel bad for Tinsley because it's clear, like, this guy's such a jerk. And the way Tinsley's reacting to they go, okay, just call your boyfriend. She's like, I'm not doing that. She panics, she goes and smokes. She's like, he would kill me. She's crying, and they're like, Bethenny's apologetic, but Bethenny says, why are we friends if you can't tell us what's going on? Barbara goes, she doesn't want to be our friend. And Dorinda is not having Barbara's comment. She's like, you know, Barbara, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Stop being an interloper. Stop being an interloper.
I'm not an interloper. I'm not an interloper.
What'd I do? What I said? Not an instigator. What'd I do? Don't be an interloper. She goes, make me.
Barbara, go away.
But then Dorinda, do you know what I mean about the little homophobic overtones?
What did Dorinda say?
Dorinda's like, she gets up, she's like, oh, you're all rough and tough? You want to go at it? You want to go at it?
And
Come on,
then
get up.
jumped in there too.
And Barbara's like, I use my mind. I use my mind. She's like, go get a hammer. Why don't you go get a hammer? I'll meet you at Home Depot.
That is very mean.
It's mean. I mean, to me, those are like lesbian stereotype jokes. And I
They
don't...
are, but at the same time, Barbara she is a contractor, so it makes sense that she would be at Home Depot.
It does. I thought of that. I'm like, are they just making jokes about her toolkits? But I felt like they were making fun of her for being butch.
Probably a little bit of both.
I didn't like it. I feel like it's a low blow. It's a cheap shot, you know? Like, fight with her on the substance. You could argue with her like, you're butting in, you're starting trouble. Why does it have to go to the ad hominem attacks, right? Like, right away, like, oh, would they say that to someone else? Nobody fights with Bethenny and says, go get skinny girl, Bethenny. Go get a margarita sparkler, right? But Barbara's business somehow comes into it. Why? Because they think Barbara's business has to do with her sexuality. I don't like it, but I don't like Barbara either. She is an interloper. But I just think that they're getting at something with poor Bethenny. I think, Tinsley. And Bethenny's feeling really bad for pushing her to having a breakdown at the table, but she's like, he can't control your whole life. Like, it doesn't work like this, that you're just happy on his terms. And I think Tinsley's grappling with her upbringing. Like, it's clear that Dale has raised her to please the man. You gotta marry Scott. You can't scare that man away.
Need babies.
Yeah, and I think Tinsley's trying to force herself to be a good little girl, and it's not working. Scott sucks, and Scott's ugly. Scott's fat and ugly and a jerk to her on top of all of it. So what if he gets her the Birkin bag? That's not good enough. And according to the promo, they broke up. So maybe Bethenny pushed her in the right direction. Maybe she needed it. We'll see what happens. All right. Anything to add?
Gotta go clean the litter box.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave us a comment down below. Yet again, I will ask this question every week. What do you think of Barbara? And do you think the ladies are being a little homophobic? All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.